Hi Gemini, welcome to the channel. Sarah here. Thank you for being here. We're going to do a reading for you today for the week of April 28th to May 4th, 2025. Keep in mind, Gemini, that this is just a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave out what does not. So we're going to do a 6-card spread today where we're going to look at your situation, what it is that is creating a challenge in that situation, what is the deep existential lesson involved in why that situation is happening, like what is in your subconscious that is facilitating this, what is your advice, what is it that your desires and fears are pertaining to this situation in question, meaning what is it that you are attached to and the overall outcome. All right, tapping into the energies of Gemini today, Spirit. If you are interested, Gemini, in having a personal reading done by me, the information on how to obtain that is in the description box below. All right, we are going to cut this deck in 3. So mote it be. All right. So you're at the situation, what is it that you're dealing with? What's at the forefront right now? We've got this tower. So the tower in the Lenormand deck is not the same as the tower in the tarot. This is actually this is pertaining to your stability. Okay, so right now, what is at the forefront has something to do with your overall stability here. Can we get something in the tarot to explain why the tower is here? Why is the tower here, Spirit, for Gemini? Why is the tower here? We've got the Magician. There's something that you're manifesting right now, and it has something to do with your stability. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Wands. Okay. So there's something that you're manifesting right now, and it has something to do with something about the past here. Okay, so this could be in the form of a past connection, or this could be something new that is reminiscent of something from your past that you may need to consider dealing with. Now, whatever this is, for some of you, this may have something to do with the falling out of a connection, like a marital connection or some sort of really strong, deep commitment here. Because it does look like what I'm seeing here in the energies that I'm looking at is that there is somebody who's very attracted to you. You may be getting a lot of attention right now. And it does look like whoever this is potentially somebody who you've been connected to. For some of you, this is somebody who you've been connected to. This is somebody who's coming back towards you after there has been some level of falling out. This may be somebody who you feel like you cannot commit to right now. Or you may feel like this somehow, whoever this is, somehow infringes on your stability in some way. Can we get more on this tower? Can we get the situation, please, on the tower? This is somebody you're not talking to right now. We've got the silence card, but they do want to meet. So there's somebody who you're not talking to right now who wants to come and meet with you. And they may want to come to an agreement on something. They may want to compromise. If the two of you have been at odds over something, this person may want to just try and iron out any kinks that has existed between the two of you as a result of there being issues. Can we get more on this, please? So this is a situation too where the two of you might just need to have a talk about how you need to let each other go. There may be just some sort of processing that needs to happen here as a result of just letting each other go here. in order to become better people. Okay? So, what is challenging this, please, Spirit? Change. Change is the challenge. Okay. So, can you tell us something from the tarot about this change? Why is change here? I'm just going to keep this deck right here. My black sardonyx. It's such a pretty stone. All right. So, change is the challenge. Okay. Just a second. I'm not saying anything until I look at everything. Okay. So here's what I've got, okay, Gemini, is that there's a very high possibility here that you're connecting to an energy here that is kind of immature, maybe emotionally immature. This could be somebody who's coming in to emotionally manipulate in some way with the Page of Cups in reverse. Either way, it's kind of an emotional immaturity, and whatever this is, this could be you even that needs to change something in yourself that's going to cause you to level up here, because it looks like there's something there's a potential that if we get caught up in this energy, and I'm seeing an energy here of this King of Wands is very in reverse, is very prideful and arrogant and always looking to receive like they're seeking validation by chronically receiving attention. It's almost like it's insatiable. Okay, and it's because they themselves have no real self-esteem. Okay. And so there's a potential here that if we don't change the direction we're moving into, and it does look like there's going to potentially be a conversation about something here, that we're not actually leveling up. We're not putting the work in to actually build on ourselves. So Spirit is saying it is in our best interests here to put an end to this energy here, because it keeps us, this is it. It is a past thing. You may have repeated this more than once with more than one person, okay, where you're drawn to this type of energy here, and Spirit is saying that there's a potential, and that's why this is in the challenge, that you might not have the strength to resist it. Okay, can we get the situation here for Gemini, please, on change? What is the situation on change here? Yeah, because whoever this is, it does, like I said earlier, like that, the situation is that the two of you haven't been talking and that you're potentially going to talk and meet with each other. It is showing up that it's in your best interest to let each other go in order to become better people. But there is also this potential for there to be some sort of commitment offer here from this person, okay? But then you get, okay, so this is what I'm seeing here. Some of you, okay, and Gemini, I'm a Gemini too, so I'm just going to say, we are we are the Knight of Swords for a reason in the tarot deck, because we are the flightiest sign of the zodiac. We are. So there's a potential that this has happened to you, or it's potentially you who's doing this. And you may not even understand what it is that you're getting yourself caught up in that's causing you to go to the levels you go to. But there's a potential that maybe you're getting yourself into situations where you're committing and then you end up walking away, throwing out, discarding the person, okay? Because you're running. You may be running, and this is part of the challenge. We need to change this, okay? All right, can we get a little bit more on this for Gemini, please, Spirit? I wish I could share my good news with you. Yeah, so here's what I've got, okay? When I see that, So when I see that card associated with all the energies that we just pulled here, I see that you actually feel a kinship with this person where you want to talk to them and you want to actually share things with them and you want to connect with them on that level. But there's something about the situation that's kind of a miss here. Almost like Spirit is trying to let you know that there's something about this energy that is not good for you. It keeps you in a poor place and it in a bad space, and it keeps this person in a really bad space too. So it just, like I said, when it said we need to let each other go because you need to become better people outside of this connection. It looks like that looks legit. You may be easily reminded. That's it. This is what I just heard Spirit say as I was looking at this and looking at the energies, is that this is likely something that you keep repeating. That whatever it is that you're going through with this person could be reminding you in subtle ways of other connections you've been involved with. Okay. Oh, this reminds me of what I had already gone through before. Isn't this interesting? Is kind of what I'm seeing there. I'm going to move these over because I'm going to need this side of the table. And I'm going to move that over too. Okay. All right, so what is the deep existential lesson here? What is it that's going on beneath the surface? Something to do with house and home here. I'm going to bring this down so you can actually see it. Okay, so something to do with the house and home situation here. Home, house. Can we get more on house for Gemini, please? Something to do with what's familiar to you. I just heard Spirit tell me to say that to you. There's something that's been familiar to you that has facilitated all of this for you. There's something that needs, you're meant to end a cycle though. So there's an ending of a cycle that is either, that's what this is. This is the reason why this is happening right now, is because you're meant to complete a cycle here where you're not doing when I said there's something about this connection that is potentially reminding you of other connections you've been involved with. If we don't end the cycle, we're going to do it again. All right. So that's what happens. We've got the 10 of Cups here. There's something you're meant to understand about true emotional fulfillment after completing this cycle. Because what I'm getting here, Gemini, is you keep running back towards these energies you're trying to resurrect something here. Yeah, and you're going backwards. And for some of you, whatever this is potentially kind of, because now I'm seeing the Knight of Wands. So with the Knight of Wands and then the energy that it shows that you're attracting or are attracted to is very, on the surface, is a very attractive energy. I'm also getting that it's probably very chemically charged, meaning your chemistry is probably out of this world. And you may have addictions to each other and it's not actually emotionally fulfilling. So there's something here that needs to come to an end as far as what it is that you're attracted to. Because it's always been what's familiar to you with house. Can we get more? There's something that you may already be picking up on telepathically or intuitively here, that whatever it is that I'm talking about here, you may already know something about how it is that you need to end this cycle. You may have already picked up on whatever it is, on what it is that you could be doing differently that will help bring you to this place. And if you haven't, Spirit is saying, pay attention to your intuition. You already have all the answers. Okay, so this is what I've got, okay, Gemini? The reason why, if you are the runner here, it's because you feel like you're trapped in relationships. You're getting yourself trapped in relationships. This is what I'm getting. It's a high potential that you're not developing a really deep friendship connection with the person who you're involving yourself with. And so you end up wanting to run. And it's been proven. This is what's showing up. So Spirit is saying spend some time and try and really connect with that part of yourself, because there is something that you keep repeating over and over again, where it's been proven right now that you feel trapped by, it's already been proven to you, even with this other connection, that you felt trapped by it. Can we get more on this? And please feel free to reverse the energies if you feel like you must, because I am doing just a general reading here, and it can definitely be reversed. So it's showing up that you knew what you were doing, okay? And it's showing up that you're not necessarily being totally honest here with yourself either. So what I'm getting here is that there's something about this situation that it's almost like you've been mistaken because of what's been familiar to you as to what it is that fulfills you. And so you've been going towards all the wrong energies in order to achieve that fulfillment. And then so it seems to me like when things may go like, I don't know, stagnant, I don't know if that's the right word to use. Some of you may be giving to the connection in a way that you don't feel is fair, and then you end up flying and running away. But it does look like whatever it is that you've been attracting is not what it is that you really need in your life, and it's something that's meant to change for you, okay? Because you're meant to end this cycle here. So, what is the advice here for Gemini? There's something about a gift here. You may be gifted. All right, can we get more on gift? What's going on with gift? Yeah. Somebody might actually be coming in to offer you something. And it's whoever this is. For a lot of you, you've already been connected to this person. For some of you, this, like I said, this might be a new energy, but it's going to be reminiscent of what you have already experienced. And it's not what you want. It's the Nine of Cups in reverse. We've got like it's a complete disappointment or nightmare. And it looks like it's going to potentially be a fallout, but somebody might be bringing you something when they talk to you. It could be something to do with a commitment. It does look like, see, now we've got the Two of Cups in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. I'm just seeing a lot of, for some of you, it may be a gift that you are starting to realize this. Yeah, this is good. If this person, when you talk to this person, they make you some sort of love offer here, Spirit is telling you to try and get in touch. I'm seeing gift at this point as being something to do with this telepathic energy. Just try and be realistic with yourself about what it is that you have repeated in the past here, because it's not showing. It looks like we're going right back. We're going right back to, I see the Eight of Wands in reverse now. I'm seeing the Two of Wands in reverse. I'm seeing a slowing down, a halt, no movement, and there's a serious disappointment. With that Five of Cups to the Nine of Cups in reverse, I'm seeing serious disappointment by accepting. I'm seeing it, and if this is in the form of a physical gift, we may be accepting a gift of some sort that is going to cause some level of disappointment here. Because you're not facing the truth. There's something you're in denial about here. And it has something to do with your agreements about love and what that entails. This could be a twin flame connection. And when I say twin flame connection, I'm talking not just like, yes, there's a likelihood that the two of you pledged something to each other on the other side. It also means that you were meant to learn some pretty hard lessons through each other too. All right, can we get a little bit more on this energy, please, for Gemini? That's what it is. Spirit is saying there's something that you need to heal from. It has something to do with keep putting an end to something here. Putting an end to a cycle. Just putting an end to a cycle. This is just the repeating of a cycle here for you. And and what I'm seeing here is that once you heal, you'll start feeling happy again. You're going to start feeling happy. You may not even know what that feels like to be happy in a connection, because it looks like there's some sort of cycle here where you've been feeling trapped or boxed in by connections and then wanting to run from them is what's showing up here. So what are your desires and fears? What is it that's keeping you attached to this? There's something about your thoughts. There's something in your thinking, your thought process here. Can we get more on thoughts? More on thoughts here for Gemini, please. Yeah, so your thoughts keep you either at a standstill or you're going backwards. We've got the King of Cups. I see. Okay, so here's what I've got, okay? There is a potential that somebody is going to come and towards you and they're going to spill their heart out to you. Now, this person is coming towards you centered in an actual loving energy. I'm getting here that you may be attracted to this energy for the wrong reasons. I'm not saying that whoever it is that you're connecting to is a bad person in any way at all, actually, and neither are you. Nobody is. We're all here to grow, okay? And we tend to sometimes have to go through hard times as a result. But whoever this is potentially coming in to make you an offer of some sort. I am getting that there's some level of misinformation that may be given to you. It may have something to do... I don't know what it's pertaining to. It does look like there's some sort of misinformation in communication to expect. Not saying that this person is deliberately lying or anything. It just might have something to do with an agreement you've made with yourself that is going to cause you to go off course here. Now, this is going to present you with a very difficult choice here because it looks like you may be starting to understand that you can't continue in this. But it does show up that you're also very attracted to this person and they also are coming in. Whoever this is coming in with the intention of emotionally connecting with you is what I'm getting here. And so there's a potential that you might go for something here that may not be in your best interest because neither of you have healed is what's showing up here. You have irreconcilable differences is what's showing up here. And that means something very specific. Like the two of you may have nothing in common, or you may have value systems that are totally misaligned with each other. And it doesn't matter how much you try to make it work. It's like trying to stick the square peg into the round hole. It's never going to work. And to be honest with you, for some of you, this may actually be something that is affecting your families. The two of you may have that contentious a connection where your families aren't even supportive of it. And so you're meant to awaken and get onto your spiritual path by ascending this energy, by putting an end to a cycle here. Okay. Can we get a little bit more on this for Gemini? So it's showing up that you're going to leave this person anyway. You're either going to leave this person or they're going to leave you because it looks like a hopeless situation right now because there's something in yourself that you haven't come to terms with as far as what your agreements are in terms of what you expect in a relationship. All right, the potential outcome here for Gemini. Child. This may have something to do with a child in your life. You may have children. This could have something to do with your childhood going backwards, or this could have something to do with something new. You get to start over. in a new situation. Can we get more on child here? Oh, just a second. Yes, it's showing we've got, okay. So for some of you, okay, here's what I've got. Okay, Spirit told me to mention it because this is a general reading. So this can go more than one way. For some of you, you might go for this person. You may be missing out on an opportunity to rectify or fix something with regard to a child in your life, one of your children, if you have that issue. Because I do see family and there being irreconcilable differences due to family is what I was seeing. So it may have something to do with your children, or you may be missing an opportunity. Or I'm getting here that you're going to feel like you've missed an opportunity, or you're afraid you're going to miss an opportunity of some sort with this person because they may present some sort of really amazing offer to you, and you're going to potentially repeat the past here because there's something from your child. I just heard Spirit tell me to say there's something that's so familiar to you from childhood that it's almost like you don't even know that there's a better way out there. But I do see that there's going to be a potential lack of strength here, and you may be you may have to go. There's a cycle here. It's not showing up as a repeated cycle, though. It's showing up in the upright. It's showing up that you are potentially going to get yourself involved in a connection with somebody who is ready to commit to you. But I'm not getting, Gemini, like you're not ready to commit to this person is what's showing up. So if you feel like you're ready to commit, maybe you really are, and this might not be your reading. If you do feel like you're ready to commit and this resonated with you at all, and you are a runner and you have done this before, Spirit is saying maybe really consider how that has affected you in the past and how this is potentially going to affect you in the future. Because whoever it is that you're connecting to I don't see any really bad energy from this person at all. I do see that there's they're not perfect, but neither are you're not really showing up as perfect either. You may be a little obsessed with reconnecting with this person, or just talking. It does look like the two of you are going to talk to each other. It may I mean, Geminis, we are the most neurotic sign of the zodiac when we're not well. So you may be just wanting to have a discussion with this person to iron things out. That's kind of what it was looking like. You haven't been talking to somebody and you kind of want to just like find out how to get on the same page about something. Can we get a little more on this? Oh, this one jumps out. Being near you is intoxicating. Okay, so this indicates to me that there is some level of chemical attraction here, lots of chemistry, but it's a intoxicating, toxic connection. And there's something about this that is also your fault here. So, and it's theirs too. It's not just but I mean, I think that it's important that we take accountability for the things that we can change in ourselves, right? Moving forward. And if it means that the change that we need to make in ourselves includes not making the same choices, I think that it's important that we recognize that. All right, Gemini, let's take a look at what this whole reading was pertaining to. This is in your star path. You're meant to learn this lesson. It's showing up as this was meant to, you knew when you were born. On the day that you were born and the stars were aligned where they were in the sky and the planets were in the positions they were in, this was meant to be. You were meant to learn this lesson. And here's the flowers. Okay, you've been dealing with some sort of, this has been a hurdle. I'm getting for a lot of you, you've been dealing with some level of dishonesty in your life too, and it's been a huge hurdle, but whatever this is meant to bring you to a place where you are going to fulfill all the wishes that you need to fulfill. And it looks like for a lot of you, it has to do with emotional fulfillment, true emotional fulfillment, not what you've been experiencing that makes you want to run away. All right, so Gemini, that is your reading for the week of April 28th to May 4th, 2025. If you're still here, thank you so much. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And until I read you again, bless.